job, man.
What is going on, guys? It is your friend here, the YouTube La-Tasher, back at it again with a very important video. Today I was watching some of CSGO news, one of my favorite Counter-Strike global offensive YouTubers out on the interwebs today. And today I realized that he's been under some fire from all these bigger YouTubers and some Twitch streamers. He has brought up the point about the problem with Counter-Strike Global Offensive gambling. And the problem with Counter-Strike Global Offensive gambling is the fact that these YouTubers, these Twitch streamers, make it seem so easy and keyword here, it makes it seem like it's guaranteed that you will win quite a lot of money. And what do I mean by this, guys? So basically, I was watching FaZe Clan, some of their FaZe videos, and I really do like their channel, and I do appreciate their content, and I do appreciate their forms of entertainment. I don't really follow them too closely, but I do appreciate what they do. So butt licking aside, basically one of these YouTubers supposedly won $60,000 on camera. This is US dollars, by the way, and in Australia, in a year, typically one man does not earn that much money, the average man that is, and so you kind of expect if you win $60,000 in maybe less than 2 hours, you'd act a bit more crazy. Now, that's not to say that they didn't act crazy enough, it just seems like when I watched it, I don't know, call me crazy, but I do genuinely think, and this is my thought, you be the judge of this, but I thought their reaction wasn't genuine. Even though it seemed like it was exaggerated, I think it wasn't genuine in the fact that I think it could be a possibility that they knew they were going to win. To think every YouTuber and every Twitch streamer that goes on these third-party gambling websites with Counter-Strike Global Offensive skin gambling, that is, and that 100% of every single bet they ever place, all these bets they place are not tilted within their favor, is just completely ridiculous. Now, why do I say this? I think it's in like sites like CSGO Diamonds, CSGO Wild, CSGO whatever, best interest to make these YouTubers and Twitch streamers win quite a lot. And why do they want them to win? Why on earth would these third-party sites want these Twitch streamers, YouTubers to win? Basically, they want to rake in as many active users as possible to utilize their grand site. And I use grand very loosely, by the way. Now, the reason why they might tilt it within their favor is A, who the hell is going to validate whether or not they're playing fair by the books, and B, if a YouTuber loses, let's say, $500 on camera and never plays that website ever again, how likely is all of his or her subscribers going to then go on that website and bet real life skin, or not real life skins, like Counter-Strike skins, which equals real life money? How likely does that sound to you? It doesn't sound too likely to me. However, if a YouTuber wins more than $500 on camera, more than $5,000 on camera, even $60,000 on camera, how likely does that sound that a portion of their subscribers gonna go like, man, it looks so easy to make real life money. Let's go on this website and let's bet some of our parents bought skins, They're gonna use their parents' credit card and buy or send link money or whatever the case may be to buy said skins. And you know what the worst part is? Generally speaking, there are far more losers than there are winners. Because unfortunately with these gambling sites, not everyone can be a winner. Not everyone will win $500. For one man to win $500, another man must lose $700. And why do I say this? The reason why I say this is because CSGO Wild, CSGO Diamonds don't do these services for free. You go on their Twitter accounts, right? Especially CSGO Wild. I sort of commend them and admire them for doing such huge giveaways, and they were doing like a full Ruby fucking setup with all these different karambits and bayonets and flip knives and all that. And I really do appreciate how they did that on Twitter, but I didn't really see no tweet that saying, oh, this person won, this person won. That's not the point. I'm not saying that they didn't give away their items, but that could be a slight possibility, keyword slight. You know, most likely they did give away these items. But the thing about giveaways is, typically with my giveaways, I typically make these giveaways last from anywhere from a week to an entire month. And typically, maximum in 1 week's time, I'll make the money back anyways through trading and not YouTube. Even though I do monetize my content on the YouTube, through all my efforts, I've only earned $10. But however, what I'm trying to say here is, with CSGO Wild, with all these gambling websites, if you look at the player or the co-owners or the founders or whoever you want to call them, inventories, they're usually something to bestow. You know, they're super duper crazy. They got stat track, rubies, bayonets, dragon lords flying everywhere, right? All over the page. You know, they can't hold that many skins within their inventory. It's about to burst, boys. But the point I'm trying to get across is, how likely is it that they paid for these skins through their day jobs? I think it's very unlikely, to be honest. And these guys, you know, kind of reward themselves with these items because their efforts, their services provided to the community is so great that they deserve such a nice inventory. But I'm not trying to bash on capitalism, I'm not trying to bash on these guys, but I'm just saying these guys make a ton of money. It's so much money. In fact, I think in 2 years' time they'll be pretty much set for life. But that is an assumption. Just like everything I've said on this video is basically an assumption. But back to the main point, why do I hate on these gambling websites, on these YouTubers, Twitch streamers that do actively promote these sites, stream these sites and do videos on these sites? Number one, these guys, well, even though their videos are somewhat entertaining, I want these YouTubers and these Twitch streamers to be 100% honest, clear, crystal clear, transparent with the viewer, saying if the content is sponsored or whatnot. And I want, what's more important is the fact that these third-party sites don't rig it or lean it in their favor, because the reason why I think they lean it in their favor is, again, which sounds better, winning $50,000 on camera or losing $500 on camera. And the thing about YouTube is, whenever I show gameplay of Counter-Strike Global Offensive, typically it's misleading. Lots of people believe after watching my content that I'm an amazing player, and typically I only show me doing crazy kills, getting 4K clutches, not games that die 12 times and get 2 kills. So you have to take that into consideration. But taking that into consideration, think about this. If 20 subscribers go on this site and lose anywhere from $5 to $500, they're not going to enjoy that money anymore. They're probably going to lose it. You know, if you look at the amount of YouTubers that do gambling, the big ones typically win crazy amounts on a regular basis, or that's what it seems like is happening, right? But smaller YouTubers like myself, if we were to go on these third-party gambling websites, how likely is it that we're going to make a fool of ourselves and lose quite a bit? Sure, there are quote-unquote success stories, I guess, if you will, but the main point is, if you look at YouTubers and set the filter to today's videos and watch people, smaller YouTubers, gamble on these sites, typically they fail pretty quickly. Maybe it's because these YouTubers have some skill involved, but I don't really think it should be skill in terms of gambling. Gambling should be kind of blind luck, if you will. And I think these third-party sites definitely do, and this is my thought, don't let me make you think this way, but I think that these third-party sites definitely do make it more likely for these big YouTubers and big Twitch streamers to win a lot more frequently. Now, I'll just tell you about my friends, quite a few friends, you know, lots of people, lots of my subscribers, lots of you guys have added me on the Steam and talked to me about gambling, and generally speaking, most people from what I've talked to lost anywhere from $5 to $1,500 US. You know, I myself is in in about minus $60 to fucking plus $20 in terms of my entire gambling career. It has gone up, down, up, down, up, down. It's a very big roller coaster. Generally speaking, I am glad I lost money, you know. That just tells me in real life I shouldn't go to a casino, I shouldn't play the lottery. The only gambling I would consider doing these days is these raffle type lotteries that are for charitable events. You know, those raffles, you know, it's only $1 or $2, why not, you know. It helps a good cause and it's kind of some fun, I guess. But that aside, guys, I want to say something else. Just don't bet. If you do bet and you do lose, it's your own damn fault, you know. If the site rigs it, the site rigs it. And the thing is, who honestly checks whether these sites are playing by the book? I mean, who has the time to check, you know? It's not Valve that checks it. I don't know who the hell checks it, and they just claim that they're 100% honest and fair. And that to me, I think is quite likely to be false and or misleading. And this is the thing about gambling, you know, it's definitely a risk and you're more likely to lose than you are to win. Sure, there are some success stories out there, but don't go expecting to go from $5 to $50,000 because that's just unreasonable. So I will take the time to call upon Valve to step in and undercut all these third-party gambling sites by making or possibly implementing their own form of gambling within the game through skins. Because basically, I believe, and lots of people will also agree and disagree in the comments down below, it will kind of be like the flame war, that these third-party sites and these gambling sites are rigged and unfair, and they generally do favor people who have a big name within Counter-Strike Global Offensive. You know, War Owl has come out and spoken, CSGO News have come out and spoken that they've gotten ridiculous offers from these third-party gambling sites to do gambling videos, and they said, nah, not doing it. And you know what? I appreciate that. Except CSGO News kinda did say one thing and then do something else, so I'll give him a smack across the head. I kind of asked myself the same question: if I got offered a crazy, ridiculous amount of money, would I do it? And my answer to that is maybe yes yes, I would do it, but I would be 100% crystal clear to my subscribers and all that, and I'd hope to think that they wouldn't rig it in my favor. You know, I wouldn't really set up or try and deceive you guys in any way. I want to be 100% crystal clear about my channel. I want to be your friend, the YouTube La-Tasher. I don't want to be some scumbag like some YouTubers have turned out to be. Not naming names, you know, but they kind of have sunken a bit too low for my liking. But that's just my 2 cents about that. But back to Valve. Basically, they could spend a good month, you know, analyzing all these gambling websites and come up with something very similar to that, so players can play it within the game. You know, I do think it could be quite controversial in the sense that lots of kids play Counter-Strike Global Offensive, and imagine if there was a tab saying gamble, you know, within the game. That would be very controversial, I would say. But I think there should be some official sites ran by Valve or something like that, because the fact of the matter is, it is more than likely that these third-party sites make it so easy for these big YouTubers, big Twitch streamers to win big, so their subscribers, their viewers, whoever watches their content, whoever trusts them will go on these third-party sites and lose their hard-earned skins, or just skins they kind of obtained. And the most interesting thing I saw on CSGO Backpack a little while ago was an ad for one of these third-party gambling sites, and it said, get your AWP Dragon lore now, the only way, keyword only way, to get an AWP Dragon lore. You know, I thought that was pretty interesting because there's so many ways to get an AWP Dragon lore, and gambling is not the answer, you know. Sure, you might be able to eventually win that much to get the skin you desire, but know this: every time you win, someone out there is probably necking himself. You know, not literally, but basically he or she is super upset about losing their skin. And these people are so vulnerable, and these people that will be very upset about losing their skin are going to be less than 18 years old, you know, and they have no idea. They're so easily influenced. They see these people they know, apparently. They don't actually know, but they know of on the YouTube, and it just seems so interesting. And the thing is that gets my blood boiling is it just seems so easy to win, you know, and that's why I'm against gambling. This is why I'm against people showing gambling, you know, in a sense that they have to be 100% crystal clear whether or not it's a sponsored video, if you ask me. And not only that, it's just maybe they're not even aware that the odds are in their favor, in the sense that these sites could easily very well make the odds in their favor, in the sense that if you go on CSGO Wild, sorry to call out you guys, but basically you can see verifications for Mixskillet and Guardian and other professional players like JW. But the point is, basically they can identify specific Steam accounts and verify them. The main reason they do this is so if you ever gamble against Mixskillet, JW or Guardian or whoever it may be, you know that's the real deal. You know that's a genuine Guardian, that's a genuine Mixskillet, it's a genuine Fox out in the bush. Oh my goodness. But other than that, guys, yeah, the thing is they could very well easily, you know, make it a bit more easier for them to win. And these players that are playing, these YouTubers and Twitch streamers, could not know this information and just win more often than not unwillingly. That could be a serious problem right there as well. But yeah, I feel like this video is way too long. So yeah, wherever you are in the world, guys, I hope you have a fantastic day. I hope you enjoyed my deep yet soothing voice. Let me know how much of an idiot down in the comments down below about the whole Valve should make our own gambling sites. You know, it's a bit extreme, but these sites are, in my opinion, a bit dodgy, you know. I might do some sponsored content by them if they ever wanted to sponsor my shitty second-rate YouTube channel, but if I did, I would specifically tell you guys that it is a sponsored video, otherwise there's no chance in this lifetime. And well, I just want to be crystal clear with my subscribers. I want to be crystal clear with my friends, you guys. I really do appreciate you guys listening to my voice till the end, and I might be roasted by a bunch of people, or maybe this video might not take off, you know. I'm still waiting for that video, that one video I make that takes off. But other than that, guys, if you haven't checked out my AWP Hyper Beast giveaway, 3 AWP Hyper Beasts in the Field Test League edition, do so right now. It's about to end. And other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed my deep yet soothing voice yet again. This is the YouTube La-Tasher with this longest video yet, and I hope you have a fantastic day wherever you may be.